this video, I will explain you about the unit step function. See, consider the electric circuits. When there is a switch, okay, consider there is a switch in the electrical circuit. I will do the switching operation. Like at particular time, what happens when consider that switch is in the off state. At a particular time, I will switch it on. Then what happens? The value, it changes abruptly, right? So that can be mathematically described by this unit step function. That is, the switching operation can be mathematically described by this. So I will define this as u of t that is equal to 1 for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So this is the definition of the unit step function. Now if I consider p u of t, that will be equal to p and 0. This is for t greater than 0. This is for t less than 0. See, when this p is equal to 1, that becomes your unit step function. This is your step function. This is your unit step function. Unit step function, the name only tells that the height of the step will be unity. Okay. So at t is equal to 0, actually it is not determined. Okay, it is not determined at t is equal to 0. And in a few textbooks they are given t not that is greater than or equal to 0, it is equal to 1. That is for simplification purpose they might have considered, but actually the definition is it is equal to 1 for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than 0. At t is equal to 0, it is not determined. This unit step function, this is also called as Heaviside function. And from Gibbs phenomenon, if I consider, okay, it will be considered that like value at u of 0, that will be considered as u of 0 minus u of 0 plus divided by 2. That means u of 0 minus means it is 0, u of 0 plus, this is 0 plus, that means it is 1. So that will be considered as 0.5. Okay, that is from the Gibbs phenomenon. So this I can represent it in this graph. Okay, this will be 0. So this is t less than 0. This is t greater than 0. At this point, this is t is equal to 0. At this point, it is not determined. Okay, that is actually the function is discontinuous at this particular point. It is discontinuous. Okay, it's not defined at t is equal to 0. There is a transition from 0 to 1. There is a transition, right? At t is equal to 0, there is a transition from 0 to 1. So here you can see that it is taking a form of step. So this is a form of step, right? This is a, see, this is of this form. So it takes the form of a step and hence it will be known as step function. Unit step function because this height of the step, it will be equal to unity. Okay, if it is p, then it will be step function if this is equal to p. So the coefficient of u of t, okay, coefficient of u of t, it will be actually telling us about the height of the step. So if you have 4u of t, that means the height of this step will be 4. So instead of 1, I will write it as 4. So the coefficient, it tells us about the height of the step. So this is like I am changing or I am switching on at this particular value t is equal to 0. So there is an abrupt change in the value. When you consider practically, there will be actually the smooth transition like this. Okay, there will be smooth transition from 0 to 1, but ideally it will be this. This is also called as a singular function. Okay, singularity, singular functions. Okay, why? Because at a particular point it is discontinuous. If that function, it becomes discontinuous, then we can call it as singular function. Okay, At singularity point, it will be discontinuous. Here the function is discontinuous at t is equal to 0. Singularity means that is a point, singularity is a point where the derivative of the function does not exist. It does not possess a derivative. Okay, so at t is equal to 0, what happens? We have a vertical line, right? Vertical line means, you know, slope is equal to y by x, right? If I consider this is a straight line, so this is y, this is x, so the slope will be equal to y by x. So in case of vertical line, your x becomes 0, okay? X becomes 0, that means it is equal to infinity at this particular point, at t is equal to 0. But here you have a constant 1, so the derivative of any constant, that will be equal to 0. So for the unit step function, the derivative is equal to 0 for t greater than 0 and for t less than 0, but it is equal to infinity for t equal to 0. At this particular point, it becomes infinite. So this is also called as our singular function, because singularity is a point where the function does not possess derivative. Okay. There can be some operations which can be performed on the unit step function. Okay, so the operation, first operation, I will consider it as time shifting operation. Time shifting. See here, u of t plus or minus t naught. So we had studied this in the video, that is operations performed on the independent variable. So this t plus t naught, okay, u of t plus t naught, it will be giving us the advanced signal. Okay, this is advanced signal. That means it is shifted towards left by t naught units. U of t minus t naught, it will give us the delayed signal. That means the signal or the function u of t that is shifted towards the right by t naught units. So now I will represent this. See, u of t is this. This is your u of t. So u of t minus t naught means it will be shifted towards the right by t naught units. So this one will be our u of t minus t naught. Then if I consider u of t plus t naught, it will be shifted towards the left by t naught units. So this one will be our u of t plus t naught. So this is your advanced signal, this is your delayed signal. Then comes the time scaling operation. Time scaling. So if I write u of at, if a is less than 1, if a is greater than 1. Actually, I told you that if a is less than 1, we are going to get the expanded signal, and when a is greater than 1, we are going to get the compressed signal. But in the case of unit step function, if the step function is not shifted, no shifting operation is performed on u of t, then this time scaling is of no use, because we are going to get u of t itself. So for example, I will consider u of 2t. U of 2t means it should be compressed, right? The t should be divided by 2. So 0, if it is divided by 2, that will be 0. And here it will be the same things, because it will start from 0 and it goes on till infinity. Okay, so this scaling operation, it does not affect if the unit step function is not shifted. But if I consider u of 2t minus 1, now let us consider this u of 2t minus 1. In this case, first I will perform the shifting operation. That means I am getting the delayed signal, that is by 1 unit. Then I have this scaling operation, that is 2, which is greater than 1. So it should be divided by 2. So first we have from 1, but now it is from 1 by 2. Okay, that means here it is affecting. So this we can perform the scaling on the shifted version. So without shifting, if you are going to perform the time scaling, it is not going to affect your signal. You are going to get u of t. Then comes time reversal. Time reversal means you are going to get the reflection of your u of t. This is u of minus t. So you had u of t like this. Now what happens? You are going to get the reflection, means that will be on your t less than 0 part. Here you will be getting the signal. That will be your time reversal. Next, if I consider a signal u of minus t plus t naught. U of minus t plus t naught. Here I will consider u of minus t naught. Okay. Or if I consider a constant, I will consider a constant. It is better to understand. Okay. I will consider 2. See, u of t is this. First I will perform the shifting operation. That is t plus 2 means I am going to get the advanced signal. So it will be shifted towards left by 2 units. That means 0 minus 2. T plus 2 is equal to 0. T is equal to minus 2. So 0 minus 2 will be minus 2. So it will start from minus 2. So this is your u of t plus 2. Now I have to do the what part? It is like reversal part, right? So instead of minus 2, it will come to 2, right? This is your u of minus t plus 2. See, instead of minus 2, it will be now at plus 2 into minus 1. So here u of t minus 2 means it will be shifted towards the right by 2 units. This is your u of t minus 2. Now if I perform the reversal operation, what happens? Reversal operation into minus 1, that means I will get at minus 2. This is your u of minus t minus 2. So from this, what we can conclude, see, you have t plus 2, here t minus 2. This is your negative coefficient of t. Negative coefficient of t, that means it will be starting from minus infinity. If you have the positive coefficient of t, that means your function will be on the right side. Minus t means your function will be on the left side. See, the function is on the left side here. U of minus t plus 2. Here also you have it on the left side. So next another point to remember is, see, it is coming from minus infinity, but it is ending at plus 2. See, this is 2 plus 2, right? This is minus 2. This is minus 2. Minus infinity to minus 2. So I can consider this. This is, see, minus. If I substitute 2t as infinity and this as plus t naught. So the function or the signal, it will be from minus infinity and it will be ending at this particular value. Plus t naught means it will be ending at plus 2. Next is minus t naught. So if I substitute t as infinity, okay, see, it is from minus infinity, see, from minus infinity, and it is ending at minus t naught. That means it is ending at minus 2, right? So this is the point that you have to remember in this case. U of minus t plus t naught, u of minus t naught. Next I will consider some more properties of this unit step function. See, this is our unit step. U of t, height is 1, right? Height is 1. What is the value of u of infinity? U of infinity, it will be 1, because at u of 1 you have 1, u of 2 it is equal to 1, at u of 3 also it is equal to 1. So as it continues, this also will continue with the same height. So u of infinity will be equal to 1. What about your u of minus infinity? U of minus infinity, it will be equal to 0 because t less than 0, it will be equal to u of t will be equal to 0. So u of minus infinity is equal to 0. Next, if I multiply two u of t's, this is u of t, this is also u of t. What happens if I multiply these two? So for t less than 0, both the signals, it will be 0. So it will be 1 into 1, it will be equal to 1. You will get the same signal when you multiply the u of t. Then u of t minus t naught. If I multiply with the same signal t naught, then we will be getting the same signal because it will both will be starting from t naught, and here it is 1, here it is 1. So u of t whole to the power n, that will be equal to u of t minus t naught whole to the power of n, that also will be equal to u of t minus t naught. Okay, it will be the same signal that we are going to get it here. Okay, next is u of a t minus t naught. We will consider u of a t minus t naught. So here this will be equal to t minus t naught divided by a. So this is another thing to remember. Okay, so this, if I equate to 0, so t is equal to t naught by a, right? So if I bring this now, t minus t naught by a, so I will substitute here. So t minus t naught by a. Okay, so u of a t minus t naught. Now I will consider an example, u of 2t minus 1. U of 2t minus 1. See, first I will perform the shifting operation, then I will perform the scaling operation. So u of t minus 1, that means it will be shifted towards right by 1 unit. Next you have the scaling operation. Here the scaling factor is greater than 1, that is equal to 2. So what happens? You will get the compressed version. So it will be 1 by 2. So this is your u of 2t minus 1. If I consider with this u of t minus, say t naught by a, it will be equal to 1 by 2. So now I will plot u of t minus 1 by 2. That means you are going to get the delayed signal, and it will be delayed by 1 by 2 units, right? 1 by 2 units. So from these two, I can confirm that u of a t minus t naught, that is equal to u of t minus t naught by a. Okay, so these both are equal. Both are equal, right? These two. So this is another important formula to be remembered. Derivative of u of t, it will give us the impulse function, and integration of u of t, that will give us the ramp function r of t. We will be studying about the impulse function and the ramp function in the next videos. Okay, so these are another two important formula that you have to remember. So I will consider another one example. See, this is minus 3, this is minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here I will consider this is a function x of t. Now write this in terms of u of t. Write this in terms of u of t. See, it is starting at t is equal to minus 3. Okay, that means your u of t, it is shifted towards left by 3 units, right? That means you have u of t plus 3, u of t plus 3. What is the height? Okay, let us consider this height as 1. So what is the height of that? It will be u of t plus 3, that is 1. Okay, u of t plus 3. So it goes on now from 3. This is what you have got now. Okay, u of t plus 3. Next, see, at minus 1, it is changing from 1 to minus 1. Means the height of the step is changing from 1 to minus 1. So, if I add something to 1, okay, something to 1, I should get minus 1. So, that something is nothing but we can consider minus 1, x is equal to minus 2. That means I have to add minus 2. See, minus 2. Next, that should be minus 2 means at this point, okay, the value should be minus 2. So, what is this? This is a amplitude reversal, right? U of t is like this. Minus u of t will be equal to this. So, that is reversal. So, this is minus 2. So, minus 2 u of, from where it is starting? It is starting from minus 1. That means it is shifted towards the left by 1 unit. So, I will be considering it as u of t plus 1. Now, the function goes on like this from 1, minus 1. It goes on like this. See, it is continuous here. Now, here at t is equal to 1, again there is a change in the height, that is from minus 1 to 1. That means I have to add something to this minus 2, okay, something minus 1 to make it 1, okay. So, minus 1 plus x is equal to 1. I should get 1, right? The height should be equal to 1. So, I have to add 2. I have to add 2 here in case. So, that will be 2 of u of t minus 1, because it is starting from t is equal to 1. That means the unit step function is shifted towards right. So, in this case what I will do, I will consider a height 2 here, okay, that is from 1. So, at this particular value, at 1, here it is minus 1, here it is 2. So, 2 minus 1, that will be equal to 1. At 3 also it is 2 and here it is minus 1. So, 2 minus 1, that is equal to 1. But now at 3 again what happens, it is coming to 0, means the height from 1 it is going to 0. Now I have to add something to x to make it 0, okay. That means I can consider it as x as minus 1 now. So, it is minus u minus u, that will be at t is equal to 3. So, it will be minus u t minus 3. Okay. So, this will be your signal. So, let us take this and we will prove it. See, u of t plus 3, that is from minus 3. Next, you have minus 2 of u of t plus 1. So, minus 1, you have minus 2. Okay. Then, you have 2 of ut minus 1. That means the signal is shifted towards right by 1 unit and your height will be equal to 2. Okay. Then you have minus ut minus 3. That means it is shifted towards right, but it has the amplitude reversal part. So, I will consider it like this. Okay. That is from 3, it is 1. So, now consider at minus 3, you have 1. Okay. This is 1. At minus 2, it is 1, correct? At minus 1, see, this is 1 and here it is minus 2, 1 and minus 2, so it comes to minus 1. So, at 0, again it will be 1, minus 2, that is minus 1, correct? Yes. Now, at 1, you have at 1, the value is 1, here it is minus 2, so 1 minus 2, at 1, here it is 2. So, 2 minus 2, that is equal to 1 at 1, right? We got this point 1. Next, at 2, you have a value 1. Here you have a value minus 2. At 2, again you have the value 2. Okay. Here we do not have any value. So, 2 minus 2 plus 1. So, it is 1. Correct. So, now at 3, you have a value 1. Here at 3, you have a value minus 2. Now at 3, you have a value 2. here you have a value that is -1. So that will be equal to 0. So at 4 also it will become 0. 5 also it will become 0. So this is the representation of this signal in terms of u of t. So whatever I have done is just like it is a cross checking one. Okay, so just see where it changes the height and then go on adding it. Okay, so I said that here it is at -1 it is changing the height. So from 1 you should get -1. So I have to add something. That value will be -1, -1, -2. So I have taken this as -2. Since it starts from -1, the signal will be shifted towards the left by 1 unit. Likewise, we have to consider at all the points where the function of the signal is changing its height. Okay. So this is all about your unit step function.